Well, hopefully we have figured out our connection issues. Kahnawake and Orangeville. It's 1-0 Northmen. And now it's 2-0 Northmen off the ripper by Tanner Hart. And they've got a 2-0 lead with 7 minutes to go in the first. Nothing lead for the Northmen. Mohawks trailing this one. There's 6:27 to go in the first. And we're hoping that our internet issues are resolved here. Mohawks in black, the Northmen in gray. Throwing the Lil, skips it out. Off-angle shot turned aside by Wilson, and a rebound picked up by Orangeville. Played up the floor, and that's corralled in Kahnawake territory. And Orangeville will take their time. Jacob Calais comes right in, and he's turned away by Ryder McCumber. Ball's dropped by Paul. He'll pick it back up. Kahnawake still has to get over center. They do. They were the Thunder blanket back out to Eli Sandin. Through to Haji Jacobs. Reese Dixon joins the fray now. Jacobs, DeLille. Fires a shot, not on. Rebound comes back out towards center, scooped up by Orangeville. Breakaway opportunity, and that's off the post. The rebound poked out by Kason Moses, and he won't get there. It's scooped up by Orangeville's MacArthur. Mohawks trailing the Orangeville Northmen 2-0. Tanner Hart, he's got one of the Northmen goals. Back out, 2-0 Kahnawake trailing. There's a shot, and they score. Baxter Berman and the Mohawks now find themselves in a 3-0 hole. Trailing 3-0 here. Shot by DeLille, caught by the shoulder of Chase Wilson. Don't forget we're live again at 6:20 today. Triple header for you. And there's a steal. Arakwe Esu Paul. Triple teams. Orangeville's on it. Paul trying to knock it away. And it's still loose. Finally picked up by Orangeville. Mohawks off to a very slow start. I mean, all three of these games essentially must wins, but they definitely have to win the last two. If they win these three games, they're probably in. If they win only 2 of 3, they're going to need a little bit of help. They're going to need somebody somewhere to score an upset against somebody. Halton Hills is playing Akwesasne right now. If you're the Mohawks, you're really hoping that the Storm are able to pull up the win and maybe somebody else is able to beat Guelph in addition to yourselves beating them. Jacobs fires a shot off an Orangeville foot and out of play. Fresh 30 Mohawks with 2:38 to go in the first. Kahnawake trailing by 3 here as we've got 2:25 to go in the first. We will put that scoreboard up during the intermission. DeLille is in, And Wilson kept it out. Northman on it. The Mohawks are getting their chances. Chase Wilson has been solid when he's been called upon for Orangeville. Berman behind the net. Plays it on the hop. Dandelin looks in front. Turns the corner. Near side. Shot clock down to 7. It comes back up to the middle. And now they're going to have to fire one. Ryder McCumber the save. And a rebound. Northman get a fresh 30. 100 seconds to go in the first. Mohawks trailing by 3. Join us for Kahnawake and Guelph today at 6:20 p.m. Outside shot, and it is a goal. Jacob Calloway makes it 4-0, and the Mohawks are behind the 8 ball here in the early going. The good news is that they have a lot of time. Goaltender's timeout here with 1:06 to go. Stepping in violation on the Northman. We're going Mohawks ball down to the final minute. Kahnawake in a 4-goal hole. Ruud Ziziani is in, and he's turned away by Wilson. Orangeville comes back over center. Moses chasing Ogden. Calloway. Shot clock down to 8. Here's an open look, and that's ripped wide. A rebound caught near side. Good deflection. And the Mohawks scoop it up. 14 seconds to go. Thunder blanket comes in. Curtis Thibault elects not to use a timeout here. Ruud Haji Jacobs. Shot clock at 5. Or game clock at 4. Now Jacobs in, and he's turned away by Wilson. Period 1 is over. And Kahnawake has some work to do. They're down by 4 after the first. the Kahnawake Mohawks have some work to do, down by a count of 4-0 as we start the second period. Back come the Northmen, breaking on in. Here's a chance. Sent wide of the net. Rebound picked up by Orangeville Paul. And the Mohawks bring it back in. Rome the Lil. Looks in front. Spins off one. Cuts to the goal. He's in. And that's turned aside by Wilson. But the Mohawks will get an opportunity here. Push on the back called against Orangeville, bringing it back to the Mohawks as we got 14 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Room with Ziziani. Back out DeLille. Takes the fall. Still with it. One hands it over to Jacobs. That Karam's back near side. And it's picked up by Eli Sandin. Through to Haji Jacobs. Back out DeLille. Shot fakes. Lets her go. Shoulder save Wilson. And the rebound goes to the corner where it is scooped up by Orangeville. Hit up the floor and caught on the hop. 13:37 to go, period 2. Kahnawake trailing 4-0. There's the screen. Tanner Hart. Dandelion walks right in, and he has it knocked away. Good slide by Tarakweezer Stacy. Ryder McCummer. Up to Arakoyesu Paul. Paul across the center. Peyton Nolan now back on the attack for the Mohawks. Nolan has a man cutting to the goal. That's Jacobs. There's a shot. Save made. A rebound. Moves at the edge of the crease. Picked up. Jacobs has it knocked away. And the Mohawks are on it, though. Ziziani has some room. Winding up. Fires a shot. Pad save Wilson. Jacobs back on it. Fresh 30 Mohawks. Peyton Nolan. Behind the net, flipped out in front. Behind the back pass, it's away from Jacobs. Mohawks have to get back in transition. Orangeville slows up. 4-0 Kahnawake trailing. There's 12:24 to go in period 2. Don't forget, join us at 6:20 tonight as well as 8:30. Mohawks and Guelph in U17 action, and then Game 1 Meredith Cup semifinals, Cornwall Celtics, Peterborough Lakers. Delayed penalty coming up, Kahnawake. KMLA on Baby Memories brought to you by Ungwadakari Tatsura. There's a bouncer that is turned away by Ryder. Oh my goodness, it goes in. That popped up in the air and kind of just stalled. Like if you're a skateboarder, you're familiar with the term stalling. It's kind of just stalling on the top of Ryder's shoulder and then fell in behind him. And it is now 5-0. Mohawks back on it. It's Daibo. He gets knocked it off, has it knocked away. Picked it back up. Ruwa Ziziani. Ruwa to Haji. Has an open net. But no, he fooled me, but he didn't fool the Northmen. Delayed penalty, Orangeville. Played back out, shot clock down to 4. Daibo, a shot through traffic, no. And it'll be picked up by the Northmen. And the Mohawks will go to work on a power play. 10:45 to go in the second. Kahnawake down by 5. Don't forget, join us tonight, 6:20, for more U17 Mohawks qualifiers as they take on Guelph. Give and go, Daibo at the top with DeLille. Ruwa Ziziani, back out, rolling DeLille around the screen, has a look, and that's turned aside by the defenseman of Orangeville. Good slide there by Noah Prosper. And now the Northmen look to headman it. They get it over essentially like icing the puck. Well, they had to, because if not, there was going to be an 8-second count on the Northmen as the Mohawks make their way back over. DeLille. Daibo. Back to DeLille. Daibo. Jacobs. Daibo. DeLille. Daibo. Shot clock down to 10. Rome DeLille. Back out. Rudahaje turned aside by Wilson. Rebound picked up by the Northmen as Orangeville breaks through. Back over center they come. Jack Lawrence. Doubled. And he'll throw it back to the top where it's settled in by Colby Hand. Hand. Prosper. Near side. Good catch by Cosmo. Cooper Cosmo. Walks in. His shot. That's off of Qualifiers Paul and out of play. Fresh 30 Orangeville. And we're down to the final 23 of this penalty. Back out. Again, the Northmen content with just playing keep away here as we go down to the last 10 of this penalty. Penalty is now over. Shot clock down to 5. Comes out. Pad save. And a rebound scooped up by the Mohawks. They hoard a Thunder blanket. And now Tate Nolan crosses center. Into Northman territory. Rome DeLille. ISO'd. Drops it. Scooped up by the Northmen. And Garduniak Dudgy Jacobs with a good stick check. Orangeville will cross though. Defense by number 89, Evan Menard. Talloy walking in, fires a bouncer, pad save, and a rebound picked up by the Northmen. Fresh 30. Garrett Ogden back out, open look, chest save. Rowan Daibo deflected it. Moses, Gorunyak Dudgy Jacobs can't pick it up. The Northmen, however, forced a turnover. And they now have possession in Kahnawake territory halfway through the second. Kahnawake trailing 5-0 to Orangeville. Back out. Shot fake. On the left side of the goal. Shot clock down to 5. Okay, timeout on the floor. Goaltenders timeout. Kahnawake trailing 5-0 to Orangeville on this one. Join us at 6:20 tonight. Kahnawake Team 1 takes on Guelph. Part of a very unique triple header, because coming up at 8:30 we'll have Game 1 of the Meredith Cup Finals, or the Meredith Cup Semifinals. The Cornwall Celtics and the Peterborough Lakers. I think I need myself a game like that where I'm not incredibly emotionally invested like I was in the game last night. Wow. What an unbelievable Game 4 it was between the Kahnawake Hunters and the Akwesasne Thunder. And tomorrow is actually going to be a very special doubleheader here on Baby Blue Memories. Kahnawake versus Akwesasne. Not only will it be U17, the Mohawks and the Akwesasne Storm. That'll be at 12:30 tomorrow. But then at 8 p.m., it's do or die. A spot up for grabs in the OJBLL final. The Kahnawake Hunters and the Akwesasne Thunder. We'll have that for you. 8 p.m. tomorrow at Anoa Lagoa. Ruda Haji Jacobs. Eli Sandin. A bouncer, not on. A rebound caught by Jacobs at the top. He's got 10 to shoot. Dixon. DeLille looks. Cuts to the middle, fires a bouncer. Shoulder save made by Wilson. And he has had a very good game in goal for Orangeville today. Oh. Members of the U15 Akwesasne Storm are joining us here in A qualifiers as well. Congratulations to them for making it this far. Feet out in front. Shot clock at 5. Shot fake. And there's a shoulder save by Ryder. Also to the U17 Storm and the U17 Nepean Knights for giving us 3 teams from Zone 5 in this qualifier. Mohawks beating the Knights. They will play the Storm tomorrow. Eli Sandin with 12 to shoot. Rome DeLille. Back out, Paul. Fires one, chest save. Rebound, Wilson clamps it. Five nothing. Kahnawake trails. There's 5:20 to go in the second period of play. Here to the middle. There's a crossing shot off of a Kahnawake Nonu. Kason Moses scoops it up. Moses comes in. He's got one man to beat. Moses will try it, and that's turned away by the last line of defense. Ruda Haji Jacobs forces the issue. He's got it. Jacobs in alone. Wilson coming up large. He's not just large. He's larger than life right now in goal for Orangeville. Mohawks are getting their chances. They didn't get a ton in the first, but they're getting their chances here in the second. And Wilson saying no. Here's an opportunity. No goal. Crease violation, Orangeville. Sahagohe Daibo over center. Rome DeLille. Dixon cuts to the goal. Ruud Gigiani. Ruud Haji. That's Eli Sandin, sorry. Gets the screen. Sandin fires a bouncer. No. Shot clock violation, Kahnawake. 4 minutes to go in the second. The Mohawks trailing by 5. Akwesasne played this team 2 weeks ago. The Storm were in it for the most part. They dropped a 7-5 decision to Orangeville. Ryder McCumber the save. A rebound over the net. Back in front. Picked up by the Mohawks. Rowan Daibo in the corner. And the Northmen come up with the loose change. .320 to go in the second. Kahnawake down by 5. And Ryder McCumber shaken up. I don't know if he's shaken up or if it's something to do with his equipment. Yeah, it's something to do with Ryder himself. Timeout on the floor. Kahnawake down by 5. 3:18 to go in the second period of play. Ryder McCumber is good to go. Back in front, quick stick, and they score. Jacob Calloway's got his second, and it is now 6-0 Orangeville. Northmen win the draw. Ruud Haji Jacobs picks it up in Orangeville territory. Sandin. DeLille. Rome DeLille makes his way back to the top. Finds Drew to Hudgy Jacobs. Trying to go far side. That one misses. DeLille picks it up near the center line. Shot clock at 7. DeLille lets it go. That's not on. A rebound over the head of Eli Sandin. Picked up by Orangeville. They got a breakaway opportunity. Ryder McCumber comes up with a denial. Denying Jack Lawrence. Rome DeLille. Winding up. Doing with Yanni Daibo in the corner. And he gets out muscled by Logan Brown. Got a big size advantage there. Thrown back in. Ryder McCumber stops it, and he will clamp it. Paul. Mohawks bring it back over center. We're down to the final 70 of period 2. 70 seconds, that is. Jacobs is open. He fires, save. Rebound over to Hudgy, trying to fish it out. Knocked back behind the Kahnawake Ronu, and the Northmen have numbers. 2-on-1. Orakwaesu Paul, the lone man back. Played across. Malloy. Oh. Crease violation, Orangeville. Dayton Nolan. And that goes off of Kahnawake stick and into the crowd as we're down to the final 28. Thunder Blanket misses the stick check. You can ignore the shot clock. And Orangeville will take a timeout with 18.2 to go in period 2. That shot misses. Picked back up by Orangeville, and one last shot is on. And that'll do it. Period 2 is over. Your score after 2 periods of play, Kahnawake Mohawks trailing Orangeville by a count of 6-0. Period 3 is coming up in 3 minutes. Welcome back. This is the third period of play. I'm with the proud sponsor of KMLA on Baby Blue Memories. I'm Brandon Bordeaux, Kahnawake and Orangeville. Both teams, team ones, it's 6-0 Orangeville on top. Rolling the Lil. Gets around the screen. In front, and that pass is picked off. Now the Northmen get back in. And they score. Madeline scores off the far post. And the Mohawks now trail by 7. Divo digging for the Lucy. And it comes back in on this side of center. Tate Nolan goes into the body. That's a long face-off, in which finally possession is earned by the Mohawks. Rakwayesu Paul, his pass is off the mark, and the Northmen now pick it up. In order for the Mohawks to be able to advance, they're going to need to win their next 2 games, which are against Guelph and Akwesasne, and hope somebody somewhere gives them some help. Maybe Akwesasne beats Guelph, maybe Nepean beats Guelph, maybe Akwesasne beats Halton Hills, maybe Nepean beats Halton Hills. They're going to need a little bit of help. There's also Sarnia, but they just came back. They were down by 4 goals earlier against Burlington. It was 7-3 for the Blaze, and the Pacers scored 4 straight to tie that one up. And we've got an illegal substitution on the Mohawks, which will be a penalty on Kahnawake. Pass in front, and they score. Power play goal, Orangeville, and it is now 8. Well, the good news for the Mohawks is that out of all the teams that they have beaten and still play, all those teams are behind them, or they can actually surpass them. Kahnawake, if they drop this game here, which it looks like they will, would have lost to each of the top 5 teams in the standings, but that number 6 spot would still be up for grabs. Halton Hills won earlier today, beating Nepean. Nepean fell to 1-6. Halton Hills still has to play against Guelph, as well as Akwesasne. Back in front. Mohawks have to take care of business in their next 2 games, which will start with winning at 6:20 later on today. It actually could start here, just get some momentum going. Ruwa to Haji Jacobs, Ruwa to Zayani Daibo. Daibo score! Ruwa Zayani Daibo gets the Mohawks on the board with a bouncer, and it's now 8-1. could be a good sign for Kahnawake. Just try to get some momentum going their way. Here's a chance. And Wilson turns it away. Mohawks get possession. Fresh 30, Kahnawake. Nolan. Thibault. Jacobs. Bouncer. Good save, Wilson, and he's got the rebound. Kahnawake will drop to 2-5, and each of their 5 losses will come against the top 5 teams in the standings. Juke and a shot, shoulder save, Jonadate Thompson, and a rebound picked up by the Mohawks. An illegal cross-checking call on Kason Moses. And Wilson is going to come out for Orangeville. And I believe Calder Nelson will come in to play goalie for Orangeville. Calder Nelson will play the last 8 minutes and change of this one for the Northmen. Don't forget, join us today at 6:20, U17 Mohawks and Guelph, and then at 8:30 we'll have Game 1 of the Meredith Cup semifinals, Cornwall Celtics, Peterborough Lakers. It'll be coming up from Peterborough, about 45 minutes down the road from here. I'll be making my way out there. As the Northmen work it around. Open look, shot fake down low, back across. Good read there by Grayson Jacobs. Shot clock down to 1. They got to fire it up here. Oh, Peyton Nolan blocks that. Timeout. He's hurting. Peyton Nolan took a shot. He blocked it. I couldn't tell if it was in the mask area or if it was right off the chest. He went down in a heap on his stomach, and Peyton Nolan is down. So out of respect for the injured Kahnawake runner, we will not show you his status. We'll keep you updated verbally until he gets up. 7:28 to go. Timeout on the floor. It looked like, on the replay, it looked like Peyton Nolan took that one right off the face. He was able to make it back to the bench on his own power. And with 7:28 to go, the Mohawks are shorthanded. Both teams have put in their second goalies. Jonadate Thompson is in for Kahnawake, and Calder Nelson in for Orangeville. Shot clock resets. 7 to go on the shot clock. Rowan DeLille spins. Gets the shot away. Ooh, blocked. Orangeville brings it back. They get over center. Lawrence. Back out. 38 to go on this power play. Now the Northmen attack on the left side. There's a shoulder save. 7-hole stop. That comes the Horaha Thunder blanket for Kahnawake. Long shot, save made by the mask. Back in front, and that pass fails to connect. They were on Thunder Blanket. Orakoyesu Paul up the floor. That pass is dropped by Moses coming out of the box. Case and Moses trying to pick it up. Two Northmen there. And Orangeville will get it. Under 5.5 remaining now. In this one, the Kahnawake Mohawks trailing 8-1 to Orangeville. KMLA on Baby Memories brought to you by Ungota Gari Tatsura. Pass the cross. A wind up and that one misses. A rebound picked up by Kahnawake Stacy. Stacy up the floor. Caught by Ruud Zizayani Daibo. Out to Ruud Haji Jacobs. Driving right in, and Nelson turned him away. And Jacobs can't pick up the ball. Now he can. He lost his edge. Going for it in front of the Northman bench. There's 4:40 to go. That's a game of the Mohawks just never really quite got on track. They had the opportunities in the second, but they will drop to 2-5 on the qualifier and have 2 more games left. There's a shot not on. Save Thompson. Penalty coming up on Kahnawake. 2 minutes for roughing on Thunder Blanket. And the Mohawks will have to kill off a penalty. Behind the back. Played across, and there's a good breakup. Moses has it stripped. One-handed over. Kaysen got hit by the ball, and he's pushed from behind. Kahnawake ball. Moses lobs it. Good maneuvering by Sahagoe Daibo, who goes back to the bench. Jacobs making his way to the middle. Fires one, chest save. And the Northmen throw it away. But they do scoop it up. Now at the top. And that riser misses. Ruud Zizayani. Daibo, a long shot. Nelson, the stick save. And now Orangeville looks to break. Ruud Haji Jacobs knocked it away, but it comes right back into the stick. And the Northmen have numbers. Score. Power play goal. 2:10 to go. And it's 9-1. There's Rhoda Hudgy Jacobs in there, turned aside, and drew a penalty. Slashing the call. And the Mohawks will go to work on a power plays. We've got 2 minutes left in this one. Mohawks working it around on this power play. The power play clock and the game clock are the same. Daibo, a shot. Ooh. Blocked in front by a Northman. 7 to go on the shot. Rome DeLille. Gets to the middle. Fires one. Stick save. A rebound. Rome scoops it up off the hop. First 30. DeLille winding. Fire save. Dixon back on it for the Mohawks. And he'll head back out. DeLille. Ruwa Gigiani. Back over. Ruwa Gigiani. Rome DeLille. Shoots. Nelson the save. Final minute of play in this one. As Orangeville brings it back in. Sahagoe Daibo in pursuit. Shot clock down to 4, and that'll be thrown in, and the Mohawks will get one last rush here on this one. That shot clock sounds like it's had better days. As we make our way down to the final 15 seconds. Dixon, DeLille, Ruwa Gigiani, Reese Dixon, Rome DeLille, back to Reese Dixon, 7 to shoot, 5 to go. Daibo, DeLille, and that's dropped. And that'll do it. So Kahnawake drops this one by a count of 9-1. We'll see you at 6:20 when Kahnawake takes on Guelph. Now, Kahnawake needs to win both their games, and they need to hope that Nepean beats Halton Hills. So the Mohawks are hoping that Nepean beats Halton Hills and that they win both their games. The Mohawks win both their games remaining. Your final score here. Orangeville 9, Kahnawake 1. We'll see you in a few hours. Only